camera. My camera has a mind of its own. I don't know why, but I got a moving camera. It's like there's a ghost in here with me. Today I get to spend the night alone, and in exchange I get to spend it with a ghost. I need to move my camera around. Great. Actually, let me see if I can do something with this. Just bought a new cable, man. It's a bit tense. It's a bit tight, so it's kind of pushing my camera. Let me get something to kind of clamp it. When all else fails. Just got a couple of new ones of these actually. Let's see. I gotta push this like this. Oh god. It's not working according to plan. Come on, you stupid thing. Oh, actually, I know what I'll do. You guys get to watch me be really smart and creative live. Look at this. I've got to clamp this in like this. I should show you what I'm trying to do. Aha! Works. Great. It's amazing what you can do when you got a little bit of savvy, you know, when you're a bit savvy. Let's see, is that all right? Yeah, looks feel kind of high. Anyway, welcome to Blackopolypse Podcast. It's just me tonight. Everyone else has got the night off, basically. I have to do the show today simply because yesterday we had a football podcast, and I thought to myself, you know what, I want to do it today where I've got a free mind and I can just focus on stuff. So yeah, man, I think we'll leave the music running in the background because I kind of like it, but we'll change the songs throughout. You know, when I do a podcast on my own, I like to have the music running in the background. I'm kind of comfortable tonight. It's a nice night, and it, you know, if you guys got snow, I'm sorry for you. We haven't got snow, so it's nice. I like no snow. You know me. Anyone who knows me knows I hate the cold. So no snow is good snow. No snow is good snow. Yeah, we're actually quite mild here in Germany at the moment. We expect cold weather, but actually it's kind of dumb in Germany. You know, in Germany we have like these, you know, it's mandatory that you have winter tires on your car, but we never get snow. We almost never get snow. I mean, in some parts of Germany you do get snow. But what it is the same as they tarnish everyone with the same brush. They're basically like, yeah, well, because we get snow in the northern parts of Germany, everyone has to have winter tires. Instead of saying like, yeah, the northern part is probably pretty, you know, makes sense to get winter tires, but in the central parts, it doesn't make any sense. And it goes as far as to say, if you get in an accident in winter, I don't know how true this is, but people are always quick to tell, you know, Germans are quick to like, you know, police you quickly. If you say to them, you know, I'll just drive with summer tires because it makes sense to do that, they'll be quick to say, oh, but you know, if you drive with summer tires, you get into an accident, they'll blame you. I'm like, yeah, how would they blame me? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You have to have winter tires, so they'll blame you in, even if there's no snow or ice on the floor, even if it's a warm day, like actually last year with 18 degrees. I was like, so if I had an accident at 18 degrees, which is pretty much a summertime like temperature, they will blame me because I got no winter tires on. Yeah, I was like, what kind of criminal? What kind of country is this, man? Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, welcome to the podcast again with me, Alstallio. I'm gonna just talk about a couple of things that I find interesting about last year. Actually, just because we had Christmas, actually, I wanted to talk about this on one of the shows we recently had. That song, Santa Claus is coming to town. You know, have you ever listened to the words on that? Santa Claus is coming to town. It's so funny. It's like, you know, it's like, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why, because Santa Claus is coming to town. And then he's like, he's taking a look. No, he's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's got to find out if you're naughty or nice. You know, he's basically like a guy who's just watching you all the time. You know, he's like, okay, what are these kids doing? Sounds like a pervert to me, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is, you know, I realize there's a lot of Christmas songs that are really like scary. You know, I actually found a list. Let's see, where's the list? Like, nice. Where's this list? My computer went off, so everything's like restarting again. There's like songs like Santa's Baby, Um, like, hold on, let me see. Anyway, you know, it doesn't even matter, man. I can't bother to do this. This was what I was going to talk about anyway, but you know, I can't bother with it. Forget all this stuff. Let's move on to what I was going to talk about, because Christmas is over and we don't need to know anything more about that. So let's see. Last year. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I want to make a. See if I can put a song on that's a bit more downbeat for this. Yeah. So last year, what do we take away from last year? It was going. Actually, you know what? I remember writing a post on Facebook saying 2019 was probably the worst year of my life for personal reasons. This year's been better for personal reasons, but then you had Corona from around March. You know, Corona. There we are again. And since then, even though it hasn't affected me dramatically, I did have some plans. Like I wanted to go to Thailand next year, in January actually, for a month. And because of this whole situation, it's almost like actually I was planning full stop to go away this year. Just completely been disrupted by Corona, and now I haven't been away for 2 years. You know, I'm a sport brat. I'm like, oh man, you know, those people haven't got food. Well, I'm complaining because I couldn't go away. Shallow. But anyway, so I wanted to go away this year, and I feel kind of like, oh, the world's kind of changed. Can't just make a plan and do it. You can't just execute the plan. You're there now. You know, we're in Corona. We're being told what to do. We're not allowed out. We can't go shopping. We can't go to the gym. We can't play football with our mates. We can't go to drink. We can't go to the cinema. We can't do nothing. And it's been like that pretty much the whole year, actually. I think there was a little period around summer where things got slightly a bit relaxed. Not too relaxed, because if you think about it, we've been here since March. Since the lockdown started, we've been unable to participate in proper stuff for a while, you know. And obviously they vamped it up this time around. We're at Christmas. The lockdown's worse than it was in March. Funnily enough, the numbers are still going up, which suggests to me that there's the lockdown's not working. They're just not working. And I think I said it to somebody today. I was like, it's like you got a holy bucket, an unrepairable holy bucket. But no, let's use the Titanic. You got the Titanic, and it's sinking. And while it's sinking, you're trying to patch all the holes, all the damage, while all the water's coming in. And that's how I look at Corona now. I'm like, there's no point doing all this stuff, you know, because everybody's going to get infected. Everybody's going to get, if this is the virus or disease or whatever it is the way they say it is, there's no way to stop it now. It's too far gone. It's too much. It's everywhere. And even, okay, yeah, they've got the injections. The less said about that, though, is the better. But all these lockdowns and stuff, yeah, I know they're trying to save the health services and stuff. Actually, in some countries, they don't have a proper health service. I don't know what the problem is there, actually. I don't know what their excuse is. But you've got them like, obviously, we can't meet anybody who can't do anything for a disease or virus that most people get over. I know people have had it and had just a small cough or have had a small temperature. Obviously, there's more extreme cases, but I think there's more extreme cases than everything. I think if you have the flu, I've had the flu or the stomach bug, where it's completely rendered me, you know, incapable of moving out of bed. But then I've had the stomach bug where I've gone to the toilet and in 24 hours it's gone. So I think it's the same as coronavirus. Even the normal flu kills people. You know, unfortunately, that is just the way it is. Unfortunately. It's the same. I think if you have a bad enough salmonella poisoning, I think you can die of that too if you don't have, you know, the right medical help, or you don't have a strong immune system. So I don't know why we're treating this one any different when the survival rate is 99.97%. I think it's something stupid like that. I'm like, oh my God, why do they even waste the time, you know, to put us into lockdown and give us all this stress? And yeah, you know, it's, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. And I think that's kind of ruined this year for a lot of people. Hence the title, innit? So yes, basically, obviously, like, because of that, I don't know where that will come in actually. Personally, I guess that on a personal level, it hasn't affected me too much. My family's healthy, everyone's still good, no one's really been sick. We've all had a bit of a cough, but you know, it's business as usual. Obviously on the social level, that's where it's really affected. You know, I was very active in the sport up until March, and then after March, I've pretty much done a little bit of sports. First time the gym's open, you can go there on your own. You know, you have to disinfect all the machines, and you was like, let's stay away from everybody. And at some point, they closed all the gyms, and I put on some weight. You know, yeah, and I think everyone put on weight, to be fair, except for those serious fitness buffs who never put on weight, or those with seriously blessed genetics who just can eat anything they want and never put on anything. So yeah, socially it's been a major problem, but I don't think it's going to be any different next year, to be fair. So we can already pretty much write off next year, because apparently it's going to take, although they've just authorized another vaccine today in England at least, which means Europe won't be long before they follow suit in America. I still think it's going to take about a year to vaccinate as many people as possible. Whether you're going to get vaccinated or not, that's your thing. I'm too well read for that stuff, so I'm not going to comment on it. So what I would say on that is coronavirus, buckle your seatbelts. We're in this one for a long time. I'll drink some tea. Chocolate tea. Okay. Conspiracy theories. You know, I've been asking this question a long time about what is everyone's fascination with the left. The left are going crazy, and the left this, the left that, and I'm like, I'm always like, wait a minute, I'm pretty much left. I've considered myself left at least, because I'm certainly not right. So if you're against the left, what are you exactly? Are you right wing? Because then I don't like you, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like you if you're right wing. What I realize is when they're talking about the left, they're talking about people who completely shut down an argument. So you might say Kennedy was assassinated, you know, just for example, just throw something up, by the government, and then the left would just be like, no, he wasn't, look, read the evidence, look, you're stupid, you're dead, you're a sheep. Instead of saying, well, I've read this, and basically I think it would be beneficial to you if you read that too, and then maybe we can have a decent conversation about it. And that seems to be the argument of the left, that the other guys, whoever they are, the right-wing guys, seem to suggest they're making. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm left, at least a little bit, but I listen to people's arguments and decide for myself if that's okay. What I would say about conspiracy theories, what I've learned this year, because I used to be a bit of a conspiracy nut myself. I used to read all of David Icke and all this crazy stuff, Bill Cooper, you know, Alex Jones. That was a bit erratic for me. I had to stop listening to that guy. And I learned a lot from them, to be fair. And I learned to look at, actually, they taught me to be more critical about stuff, which was good. But what I realized with conspiracy theories, they'll be like, let's use the Titanic theory again. They'll be looking at the boat and they'll be like, look, there's a leak. The captain will be like, the captain's the government, and he'll be like, there's no leak, everything's fine. The conspiracy guys will be like, look, there's a leak. And it's like, the captain, no, there's not a leak, but I've seen a leak, and I believe that there's or at least not I've seen it, but someone told me about the leak that's there in the boat. So somehow they need to get together and figure out why who's telling the truth, you know. The problem with what's happening now, instead of the conspiracy guys, the nutters, or the conspiracy nutters, or the conspiracy factors, talking about, yeah, there's a leak, what they need to do is go and figure out how to go to the leak and patch it up. And that's what I think conspiracy guys really need to do. They need to stop saying, yeah, there's a problem, that's a problem, and actually do something about the problem. I'm aware there's some people who are doing stuff about the problem, but look at this. Black Lives Matter, which is another big thing that happened last year, or this year, with all the George Floyd stuff. I cannot believe that a movement like Black Lives Matter would have people who would be against it or would find something wrong with it, which funny enough seems to be the guys who say the left are acting funny. They're also starting conspiracies about that. So everyone's starting conspiracies. It doesn't matter if you're left or right, you'll start a conspiracy. You know, Black Lives Matter meant to me was finally a chance for there to be some sort of black unity among black people, because we haven't had it for a long time. We felt victimized by everybody basically, and you know, we're portrayed in a bad light in most parts. And for me, I thought to myself, Black Lives, regardless of who started it, I thought Black Lives Matter represented a chance for everybody to come together and be all right. Instead, you have these guys, all lives matter. Yeah, we know all lives matter, but until Black Lives Matter, all lives don't matter, you know? But people seem to be like, no, all lives matter. There's nothing going on against black people, you know? And then you try and pull up some facts here. Why is more black people arrested and in prison than like anybody else? Why is it that they get more crazy penalties than anybody else? Yeah, it's just, you know, you guys shouldn't be called. And you're like, okay, good. And that would be, again, either the right or the left. You just don't know. So, yeah. These conspiracy guys definitely need to figure out the solution to the problem and not just talk about the problem. And that's all I see whatever happens. Even when I listen to David Icke, he says, you just gotta love each other. Yeah, we know we're gonna love each other, but how are we gonna sort this out? How are we gonna, you know, I can love you, man. You know, you can love me, but how am I gonna sort out this mess? And that's what we need to work on together, is a solution to the problem and not always a problem. There's actually something else I wanted to go in from that, which I need to check. I wrote some stuff down. Praying, the issue of praying for something. Pray for France, pray for Iraq, pray for Saudi Arabia, pray for Brazil, pray for your uncle. Praise didn't do nothing. Praise has not helped anybody. Trust me, I'm sorry, man. I want to believe there's a God or something like this. I want to believe that there's something up there that's helping, that would listen to your praise and hear everyone praying, all 7 billion or 8 billion of us. And we'll be like, you know what? Because enough people prayed today, I'm going to go down and help that one person in need. Doesn't help. The only thing to do is to rally around a person, gather together and help individuals where they need help. I remember a couple of months back, someone passed away, an old friend from school. And everyone was like, oh yeah, it's really sad, I pray for you, I'm with my heart. And yeah, obviously condolences. And then one person was like, you know, I don't know why everyone's saying that, you know, everyone walked past him and didn't give a crap about him, and now he's dead, everyone wants to act like they cared. And to be fair, that comment kind of resonated with me, because I'm like, yeah, it's the same with conspiracy theories. Why did no one do anything? I mean, you know, I didn't see him, you know. Nah, I mean, he was in England, I've been in Germany for a while, so I didn't know. And of course, I will say I would have done something, you know me, I'm gonna do it. I would have done it. Me, yeah. I would have done it. It's everybody else. No, on a serious note, I think it's actually our duty to, when we see somebody, especially somebody we know, because that's how communities are built. You see somebody you know, and you're like, you know what, that guy shouldn't be there. I remember him from school. I remember John from school. Why is he on the streets? John, come with me. We're going to get you off this problem, whatever problem you have. And, you know, I do know there's issues with drugs and alcohol and, you know, mental damage or abuse, you know, psychological problems. There's all kinds of stuff, man. But I think because we're all so individual now, you know, everyone's individual. Everyone's like, yeah, I got to make it. Like, I don't care about you. I got to make it. We need to move away from individualism, and we need to move back into community, you know. We need to get communities back up, because that's the only way I think we can heal, is with communities. That's what I would say about the conspiracy theories. The only way we're going to beat whatever's happening, whether it's the New World Order, the Illuminati, or wherever these crazy guys are, the government, we need to show them that, hey, we're a community and we are going to look out for each other. If we do that, trust me, we will never be able to be divided or be never. Once we got enough people together as a community, we would only need 500, 1,000 people in one community who really are down for each other's back. And you can have like multiple thousand communities, you know, allotted around the world, but everyone's connected, but it's like a community. And when you see someone's down on their luck, you help it, you generate. I remember one time, and that's one thing I do like about the church. One time there was a family and they didn't have, something happened to them, someone passed away, didn't have any money, and the whole church got together and put money into a basket and gave this family. And I was like, yo, look at that. That's beautiful. That's what we need on a bigger scale. And if church could, you know, if that's what church does and it could bring back in, I'm all for church. Definitely. Now, another thing is this whole one world government theory, man, that, you know, I used to be against the one world government based on the fact that the guys who are running the world now would be incapable of running a one world government. But I do think that that could work in a different form, just like, you know, any other system that works. You know, when people talk about, oh, that's utopia and that's not going to work, I do feel like if you can, you know, just keep changing and optimizing it and making it more efficient, I think you could pull that off. It doesn't matter if we don't like it or not. I think that's where we're going to head. We're heading into a one world. We're already pretty much a one world government. If you look at all the UN, the NATO, you got all the unions, European unions, North American Union, or American Union, African Union. You got all this stuff. You know, we're already pretty much there. We're just waiting to get confirmation. Can work, not in disguise. So we need to figure out. First, we need communities back. It's very important that we pull back communities and people help each other out. When you see someone on the street who you know, even if you don't know them, but if you know somebody who's on the street, oh, that's Steve, what's happened? Try and help this person, man. I think you should always try and help people and not just walk past them. And the thing is, there is a lot of scam artists. Like, I know, like, when I go into the city, sometimes I see some guys and I'm like, this guy's a crook. And I know he's a crook because I've watched him. So I think you just need to keep your eyes open, your ears to the ground, and make sure you pick the right ones to help. You know what I mean? That's it in a nutshell. So getting communities back together, and then we can. I mean, we're gonna go into one world government anyway. And that's you know, there's nothing gonna stop that. Nothing. You know, this. What I've realized, especially going into the media has really. I think if anything, this year, what's become clear to me is that the media is absolutely screwing us over. Absolutely screwing us over. It's such a powerful. If you ask me, there was this whole idea that the beast is gonna come, the Satan's gonna come, it's gonna see everything we do, and it's gonna be there. Media is Satan. You know, I think we're already looking at Satan. Absolutely controls everything we do, turns us crazy. If I could, I would turn off every single electronic device. I'd, just watch a documentary, pedal the world, and I'll jump on my bike and I'll do the same thing. I'll just pedal around. I won't care what happens. I'd ride through Afghanistan, trying to avoid those bombs in it. I'd ride through the deserts. I'd just be gone. I would never, the life I live now is so unsatisfying simply because I know whenever I turn on my phone, turn on my laptop, turn on the radio, I'm going to hear something negative and something that's trying to manipulate me and control my life. And I just hate that, really. I'm so annoyed with what the media has done, the way they're throwing out messages and bombarding you with ideas of foolish information that it's like, do I have to, these are the guys in power. The media is a mess. That's one thing I'd do. I'd recommend stop looking and obviously you got foolish media like in Germany, you have the Bild, which is pretty much the same as the Sun or the Mirror. In England, they're so terrible, man. They put out so much crap just to get sales and clicks and and people read this, and even if they're, even if the excuse is, it's just like entertainment, it's just like no. You gotta understand, this is junk knowledge, man. Junk food for your brain. Cut that out, man. Cut that out, really. Let's see. I just want to quickly talk about racism. Obviously, it's been a big topic this year that needs to I can't believe it's 2020 and we're still dealing with this. I've got people where I work who I'm absolutely sure now that people who are racist are just not educated enough. Just completely not educated enough. Completely not. And I would suggest if anybody's racist, it's probably a stupid I've lost the word. It's a stupid. I got the word in German, but I can't think of it in English. Basically, I would tell someone who's racist to go abroad to another country, go to some other countries and go and live there for a little bit and go and see and go and figure out why you feel that way and go and integrate and get to know some of these people who you're racist towards. If you're white, then go to a black Asian country. If you're black, come to Europe. If you're American black, definitely come to Europe. You'll have a completely different outlook. I know so many Americans who live in Germany now who are like, I'll never go back to America. And they couldn't believe that white people, black people actually like, we're friends, we get on, So I would say that it's really weird actually. Asian people racist. And I mean Asian is in Chinese, but I mean, I guess they are at least prejudiced. Actually, I'll never forget this South Korean girl I met, and she told me that when she met me, she was like, "You're the first black guy I've ever met." She was mid-20s, I think she was like 25 at that time. I was around the same age, and she was like, "You're such a nice guy, and the way you're portrayed in the media is like you're horrible and scary, and you're gonna like touch me in the wrong way." And I was like, "Huh? Who tells you this stuff?" Amazing. That was in Korea. So, in Korea, they're doing crazy propaganda. Or at least it's the American devil machine that puts its crap around the world. Yeah. I don't know. So, yeah, racism definitely needs to be toned down a little bit. Look, the bottom line is, if you're racist, it's not good. It's not good. But if you want to be racist, fine. Just don't bother anybody else with it. That's it. If I'm walking down the street, don't feel the need to tell me that. Don't throw out an insult. Obscenities. I don't want to hear, "Oh, you this or you that." I don't want to hear it. And you can say that yourself. If you feel that way, great. That's your thing. But don't pass it on to. Definitely don't pass it on to your kids. That's you. That's your life. You have no. I think racism. I think one of the worst things racist people do is pass their ideas to kids. I had a guy tell me, "Yeah, my mom was really proud of me. She said I was a real the Aryan German, blonde hair, blue eyes, and Hitler would be proud of me." And I was like, "Is that something you want to be proud of? Is that really something you're proud of?" And then I realized he's so dumb. Well, what can I say? So basically, if you're racist, don't pass it on to your kids. You can have your opinions, it's fine. If you've had bad experiences with any members of other races, I can understand why you might have a little bit of reservations, but visit some other countries. The thing is, it doesn't seem to help actually. I think I've met, or at least I know of people who've gone to other countries who are racist or want to move to these countries, and I ask them, I go, "You are aware that the people you don't like live there?" "Yeah, but it's all right though." "Yeah, all right, good." Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it needs to stop. I'm hoping in 2021 or 2022. In fact, that's the one positive about lockdown. I'm pretty sure there's been less attacks, less racial attack. Well, in some countries, less racial attacks, less crime, less robbery comes under crime. Less accidents, car accidents. I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff's gone down because everyone's staying home. So it hasn't all been negative, I guess. Just want to talk about. I just want to try and motivate some people by saying one thing. If you have an idea, I know this is more for the younger people, the younger listeners, because I have a guy I work with and he's quite young and I see the difference. I remember when I was his age, he's like 24, and I remember when I was like 24 and I didn't really have a care in the world. I was walking around and stuff. And I suggested to him actually that he should start a podcast. I was like, why don't you go and start a podcast as well? No, no. And there's already enough people doing that. And this is where my ears go up like a dog. When I hear someone say to me, there's already enough people doing that. I remember writing a blog. I think it might be on my website, www.alstallio.com. Shameless promotion. Do we need another Doner Kebab shop? Do we need another Doner Kebab shop? In Germany it was Brag mir nach einer Dönerladen. And because I had this idea that, I remember driving down the street and I was like, there's a kebab shop, there's a kebab shop, there's a kebab shop, there's a kebab shop. Do we need all these kebab shops on one street? Do we really need it? And that was when I was mid-20, about the same age as this guy. And now as I get to this age, or maybe a couple of years ago, I figured out, actually, it doesn't matter how many kebab shops are on one street. Not everybody's going to want to eat that kebab. They might want to try your kebab or the neighbor's kebab. So actually, it doesn't really matter how many. That's just the nature of capitalism, I guess. Demand, and it's supply and demand. So you should never be deterred from doing something that you want to do because there's already a million people doing it. It doesn't really matter if there's a million people doing it, because what I realized is people like you. They like you. They don't just like, they're going to like that Doner Kebab shop, but they'll like your Doner Kebab shop as well, So they're not always going to eat the same things. They'll, people change is the spice of life, and people always want to change and variety and try new stuff. So you've always got a chance to impress people. So I would say, if you ever feel like this guy, for example, I'm talking to you, do your football podcast, especially in German, because there's not that many people doing it. Because your personality is good. If you've got a good personality and people identify with you, your personality, and like you, you will get your people who will support your adventure, your dream. Just like this crazy guy who rode around the world on a bike. When he got back, he had so many people there. I'm sure I can imagine, especially German people, they would have told him, no, what kind of crazy idea is that? When I went to Brazil for 6 months, I had so many people telling me it was a bad idea. I was going to end up getting shot. I'm going to end up getting killed, robbed. They were going to take all my money. I'm going to have to come back early. And I went to Brazil and had the best time of my life, really, the best time of my life, with the best people in my life, my family, of course. And I guess this guy, who went around the world on his bike, he was the same thing. He probably thought everyone was like, no, don't do it. You're going to get killed. Where you go when you go to America? Oh my God. You're going to die. They're going to take you away. You're wrong. And he did it, man. And he said it was the best thing he ever did. So just do what you got to do. You'll get your people and you'll be fine. But you got to do it. Just start it and you'll be fine. Never let anyone tell you, or don't ever let yourself tell you, actually, your own government, the inner voice tell you, not the inner voice, but the stupid second voice that comes in is like, nah, man, you won't make it. Just stay there. Be on the couch. You'll be fine. Stay on the couch. It's easier, when you want to do sports, you're like, I'm going to do sports today. Then you hear a second voice, it's like, nah, come. Just eat that donut. Come on, man. Eat the donut. Come on, man. Don't want tea. Didn't even want to do that. Didn't even want to watch that show. Watch that series. Vikings, man. That looks really interesting. Go and watch Vikings. Be lazy. That's nice. Don't listen to that voice. Listen to the voice that says, I want to do sports today. As soon as the voice comes in and says no, you say yes. And then that voice will get quiet, and then you'll be able to succeed with everything, really. And it's not always easy, obviously, but it is what it is. and you can do it. You can do it. Let's see. Do I have anything else on my list? Oh yeah, last topic. Brexit. These Cowboys. I'm only gonna say a couple of things to Brexit, and one of them is, what a waste of time that was. That's such a waste of time. All that's happened is the UK's got an agreement where they'll leave, like the normal people, the folks of England, the English people, or the British people, subjects, or whatever you want to call them, are no longer allowed to wander around Europe without hindrance, as the passport states. They have to show their passport everywhere and whatnot. Simply because, although actually I don't think it's that bad. I think once you get from England to Europe, I think you can just walk around in Europe because there's not really any controls. So that's one of the positive things. So once you're in Europe, like Europe's pretty much one country now. You know, there's no border controls. You can get through unopposed. There's no police checking you. You all the way until I think Switzerland's, that's where the first police checks will be, and then anywhere that's not part of Europe. So I think once you get to the continent, you're good. But yeah, all these freedoms have been taken away. You're free to live. Like, if it happened now, I wouldn't be in Germany. I'd still be in England, rotting away. So they've taken that away. They've taken away your freedom of movement, but kept all the other stuff there. You know, you're still attached. Don't be mistaken. England is still attached to Europe. All that's happened is you've lost the benefits. The English people lost the benefits. And, you know, there's all this argument about, yeah, but the NHS ain't getting none of that money. Trust me, England, all these guys are together. Anyone who thought that this would have been any way different, they lied, man. They lied to you all. And you're going to see that in the coming years. All that's probably going to happen is the prices are going to go up and stuff. You're going to end up paying more tax because the government needs it now. We need more tax. We're not getting enough money. And Europe's just going to be laughing. And that would have been another, going into my whole idea that communities work. I thought that was a good community thing, you know, that finally Europe's together. Regardless of what these government guys, you know, they're all old guys, man. They're all going to disappear at some point, you know, but the idea of everyone coming together and advancing as a nation, as a human race, and not just our individuals, you know, that's kind of gone for now. I mean, I don't know if there's a chance to get back in, but and I don't know if they want to. I'm pretty sure they do. I think a lot of English people want to go back into the EU now, just want to leave it the way it was, but yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens there, but like I said, I think it was a mistake. It doesn't affect me, of course, because I got dual citizenship, you know. Actually, I probably got triple citizenship. Yeah, well, whatever. Brexit was a waste of time. Yeah. Okay, I just want to quickly wrap this up with some shout outs. Obviously, I want to thank my team. First and foremost, Nigel Campbell, great co-host. He's been with me from the start. He's just a great guy to have on the show. You know, we have our little fallouts and stuff, but he's such a, you know, I wouldn't want to go any further without him, to be fair. And Simon's also a great guy. He often overworks himself so much. He's very passionate about a lot of things. If I was going to say one thing to him, he should slow down a little bit. I know there's always this feeling when you get to our age, you know, we start thinking time's running out and we've got to do things faster, but I think you can only go as fast as, you know, your legs can take you. And I think you got to just trust the process and, you know, be patient. Patience is the key, I think. And once you be patient and start doing things, taking things in your stride, you know, the classic, who wins the race, the turtle or the rabbit? You know, the turtle wins because the turtle takes his time. You know, the rabbit's just in a hurry, ends up getting run over by a car. So, yeah. We had a couple of new additions. Tanya Kelly, Laverne Mayo, Andrew's been great since he's been on. I'm so happy to have him as part of the team. We do, obviously we do the football podcast now. based mainly on Arsenal, but we talk about the other teams as well if need be. And then obviously it's Butch Williams too. He's cool. He'll come on every now and again. And then we have the Family Affair podcast, my ladies, Medea, Pudding, Travesty. We have a great time. It's a very enjoyable podcast, and I'm so happy that I think we're almost coming to a year doing that too. So that's a great podcast, and I love doing it. Really, I look forward to it every week. Yes. So yeah, man, I think next year we're going to continue strong. We're growing slowly but surely. You know, it's one subscriber at a time. You know, it's not something that happens overnight. It takes time. And like I said, I'm not going to go back and say, oh, I want it now. I don't mind. The way it's going now is fine for me. The main thing is I enjoy it. And I just, you know, I get to speak to my friends. We have a load of guests. We have some great guests on last year. If you get the chance, especially Kendra, the last guest to Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve on the 23rd. Kendra Spencer, she was really great. Miss Smalls, Nijama Smalls, she wrote the emotional wounded, how to heal emotional wounds for Black women. A great guest, you know, really highlights. We had what was her name? Girl from South Africa, I forgot her name. Sorry, I apologize. She was a great guest. You know, we've had some really great guests this year, and we're going to continue that next year. And yeah, man, I really wish you guys to listen. You know, we're here to stay. We're trying to offer an outlet. We're going to try and grow, and then hopefully at some point, you know, everyone will get the chance to have their say. If you got something interesting to say, come and join. Come and say hello. Yeah, I would like to come on, and you come and get drilled by the team. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think I've exhausted everything I wanted to say. Actually, I could probably talk all night, to be fair, but I'm not going to. Because if you listen to this now with me live, you're probably thinking, oh man, this guy can talk. Practice makes perfect. Anyway, yes, so that's me for today. I want to wish everybody a happy new year and stay positive. We are in a tough time. It's going to get tougher. I can see with the whole situation, there's a lot of people who are going to pull away from it, you know, and I think the powers that be, the authorities, are going to not be very happy about that. And they're going to try and get their soldiers to incite a bit of trouble. I can see that coming. So just be prepared, man. Just you know, just take it as it comes, but don't do anything crazy. You know, just when they come knocking, just stand your ground and say, nope, we're not doing it, and they'll get the message. They can't force us to do anything we don't want to do. So they're gonna see that. The people are much stronger than them, especially now. They're gonna see that. This is it, man. This is the final battle, if you ask me. This is the time when they're gonna realize, oh, we don't have as much power as we think. Obviously, you got like certain elements of society who are pretty much conforming straight away. Like, yeah, I'm doing whatever they say, I'm doing it. They said it, so it's true. But they're gonna see that there's a lot of people now, especially the youth. You know, I'm betting on the youth, man. I'm betting on the young generation because they ain't standing for none of it. They're too well informed now. You know, they're too indoctrinated or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's gonna be fine. Anyway, I'm gone. Thanks for listening. If you've made it this far, you're a star. Give yourself a pat on the back. We'll be back on the 4th. No, wait. Yeah, I think the 4th. No, the 5th of January with Blackopolypse, and then we'll have on the 7th the next Family Affair, and there'll probably be a football. The football podcast is exclusive to YouTube, so I don't put it on here. That's gonna be on Saturday, I believe we're playing next. So yeah, man, I'm gone. Peace out. Love you all. Happy New Year. We will see you next year. From Blackopolypse and the team, good night.